fight with the shambles we have. Let's go. This enemy trio is not looking to do the same.
I think the enemy trio is just more wanting to take a defensive fight, but you don't get to set the pressure. So despite them having kind of the better opportunity, they're currently on the back foot, but they're pushing it out there and maintaining their HP advantage. But as I say, that better angles, you pin yourself in, they will be able to work around. It goes down, the other player does get isolated, and this is what we're talking about. Once you're separated, it's now all of a sudden not a 3v2, it's a 3v1. As the flank comes through, they convert. All the Nobu team goes down, and that's 3 points over to Diddy, Dankline, and Iggy.
That's sick. The way they kind of divided and conquered that, like, you just kind of saw that enemy trio was like panicking really hard. They kind of set them into a little bit of a frenzy, and then they just picked them off one at a time, back to back to back. And all in all, like, they walk away with 100 HP, which is really great. It could have been, you know, a player gets down and then had to be revived. They're only at 30. They even had the med kit as well there to kind of get them back into fighting order. But across the way, you got these other players on this little hill. They're beating players inside of Old Yonder right now. Jacob is down. Flam is down. Ace looks like he is by himself right now. Stats here. I'm a panda. Okay, sure. And Parrish are sitting up on this little hill. They're just waiting. They're like, someone please peek. There you go. They're going to pick up Flam there. Unfortunately, could not get himself down to safety. Don't forget he was DBNO. So he's got to crawl himself away. Unfortunately, could not.
Yeah, you don't really move very fast, so you're basically relying on a teammate covering you immediately, or potentially one of those clutch shockwaves to be thrown back into the zone, but not going to happen here. No angles there. You can see Sad kind of just trying to hold over on the side as Parrish, Stats, and Pandish are able to get angles over here and not let them out of kind of this, like, it's really tough because it's such a good area to loot, but when you get pinned down in here, it's so difficult to rotate away because the breaks and sightlines don't lead anywhere, right? So you break a sightline and it's like, okay, but you're still stuck in that valley, so I'm just gonna hold high ground and chill.
Yeah.
You have to leave here eventually, and there's only 2 exits unless you build out. So like once you're down and committed, you can see it's really easy to just execute on a pinch. You can see trying to get an angle around the side, but he's spotted right away as Pandish. The other 2 are trying to execute nice little ramp push to get there closer. Heavy Sniper staying out in case he's able to get the drop, checking the hill above, making sure that player doesn't rotate around. But you can see they're trying to avoid getting separated. They want to get back together. Stink will take a couple of times, but now it's a 3v1 again. The other player can't move, and Sad gets separated and picked off. Well, they're only 2 grid spaces away from each other. It was a 3v1 because the vertical angle and not being able to actually support your teammate. And they're very soon going to convert this into 3 points. So this is the 3rd trio we've seen cleanly take out another. And those are the only 3 trios that have been dropped across the entire map.
But hold on though, because there's another trio that is diving on in. They immediately down Stats, and they're gonna full clear that player right there. You've got Users, Jacob, and I believe on the top there you've got
3 teams.
Wait, oh, it's 3
separate
teams.
teams, different color. Yeah. So Jacob and User and Swing, Pandish is down, so up there, and he just got down. So now Parrish is all by himself. Parrish is gonna try and double back over. They do have about a minute and a half before the zone moves, but Swing and Kiox and Asperity now have angles to pick this up. Pandish is going to go down, and this is what happens if you get stuck in a fight for too long. You have to be quick and execute, particularly if you're on the edge of the map, because somebody will be coming by. Stink does force the player to move. Shockwave is burned. Kiox looking to find it, finds Users on the other side, and now all of a sudden they become the benefit of pinching in down here. They're up to 3 points.
And that again just goes back to those sidelines, right? Like, once you isolate those players, there's only one way they can come back out unless you sit there and like beat a wall down, and then you know what they're doing. You can isolate them.
Well, and this is quite literally what we just talked about. They had committed to try and go for the pincer, but the second they committed to dropping into the factories, another team took over the high ground position. Well, 2 teams on either side, and now, again, you're just stuck. You can't get out of there. You have to resolve your fights, but as you're resolving your fights, you're getting third-partied by someone else. It doesn't even need to be a mech in this problem to be problematic. Like, they just take it out right there, trying to find the heavy snipe. That player is gargoyling a little bit. Swing is going up to try and loop up with his teammates, and they're going to force Parrish away. But now the hunt is on.
I mean, do you really want to chase him into this jungle of builds? I don't think it's worth it. I mean, the Storm is about to start moving here in 10 seconds. Now, keep in mind, it's only Storm Circle 2. It's not a ton of damage. But, like, is this guy carrying something that worth it? Like, the shockwaves, sure, but if he's going to burn them all,
He's
like...
a point. He's a point.
That's fair. I mean, At the end of the day, that point could separate you in tiebreaker, so you got to try and go for it. Now, Parrish is just trying to get himself away, looking at the loot. He's got quite a bit of AR, a half shield. I mean,
so now, he should just be trying to be annoying as possible. Force these guys to make a decision. The storm is on their backs. They have to move as well. You know you're not supposed to win here. So what do? Spend as much of their time, try and get them to rush and make a bad decision so you can get a 1v1 and force them to burn resources. However, not able to stall out enough. The rest of his team is going to have to wait back in the lobby, and they're able to pick up 4 points. And now they have all the resources. Like, yes, you don't necessarily want to chase him, but they already had a launch pad. He was carrying an extra one. They have contingency plans to get out. And on top of that, even if you just leave with 4 points and you need to rotate through, campfire, 15 bandages, 4 chug splashes. They're good. They're chilling.
Yeah, they're chilling. And looking at the bottom of the right of the minimap, man, there's no one else.
I mean,
there's
they're
no one
good
around.
too. They're on the near side of the zone. Like, we weren't able to see the full minimap going on there, but because they are on the near side, you can see they didn't have as far to go. The zone is pulling more towards Fatal over there. It's Fatal maybe like a top of Salty Springs, which means that being on the near side, you have much less distance to close, but now in a fantastic spot. Tons of white heals, 2 launch pads, great loadouts in terms of mid-range weaponry, and they all have shotguns, so can't really complain. And a heavy sniper as well, lots of playmaking ability. And Osperati also has the 2 bubble shields, so very defensive oriented, but the fact that you already have 4 Elins means if you can get into the late game with the heavy sniper, you can take the opportunity to take picks. I mean, they're looking for it right now.
But he stopped. That player literally stopped for 1 moment. They probably should have tried to take a shot. But keep in mind, there are 2 heavy snipers on this trio, so they can make something big happen. But I love that you said that's enough, because that's literally all to do, right? Like, just chill. Literally hug the ends of the zones, make these really safe rotations. You've got the defensive loadout to help you get there. Just make it in, play for placements, and just pick off stragglers as they're trying to get themselves to safety. But now, across the way, just in front of them, you've got this other team, ESOP, Physics, and Scoped.
And if you look in the bottom right-hand corner right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trios with that other trio just rotated through coming in. 1 trio is currently engaged. You have Eclipse, Dubs, and Mega all hanging out in the middle there as well, currently getting stinked. Nade also came through. Dubs has no health, dropped down immediately to 20 HP. Scope trying to get the pressure in. Exoff is able to pick up Dubs before the disengage can come through. There is still another stink there, but he's just trying to push up, wants to knock down and try and own the wall, but however, they're getting harassed from the side. So you see him hovering there, now trying to execute on the pitch, gets the wall in place, pushes through for another one, trying to find an angle, can't quite get it right now as the disengage does come through, and they need to be careful because Physics and Scope got beamed from the outside with less than 100 effective HP between them. They're going to have to go through those bandages, and you don't want to be sitting on 75 effective HP. That is a single infantry rifle headshot. That is all that is. That will take you down. You will get 1 tap and be like, what happened? Oh, right. I said infantry rifle.
Yep. I mean, look across the way. You've got the 2 players on the left. Like, these guys have made so much noise. Just watch the way these triangles on the minimap move. There is a team, I believe that's TJ, Boyle. They all
the box!
Inside the box with a crazy shockwave. Mega goes down. Physics trying to follow it up. And there you go. They immediately find Mega. Scoped is down, though.
It's Eclipse against the world right now. Eclipse trying to do everything he can to clean up the trio. No, he's bye. Oh, this is good.
Wow, the offensive play to say, you know what? We dropped Dubs. We know it's Mega. We know it's Eclipse. Let's just go for it.
I don't know if it was intentional to go into their box or if they were looking to rotate and get caught. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was an intentionally aggressive play, but at the same time, if there's a trap where no, right? That's maybe it's just the difference in me being not wanting to charge head first into somebody's box, but these players are also infinitely better than I, as you can see, getting all the loot, getting out from their, I don't want to say complete shambles, because they're still struggling in terms of shields and ammunitions, but slightly better and not necessarily threatening out the rotation. If they're just able to inch forward a little bit, they should be able to get clear. There's also a trip board there, but doesn't look like there's any bubble shield, so just going to opt the hooker.
Yeah, man. I mean, don't forget the top 12. We get the first round of placements. Just over half the lobby has to go down before we get there. And now we're about to hit Storm Circle 4. But look at this. Watch this minimap. Just take a look at how people are spread out right now. it's pretty even keel. It depends on where we go from here. Are we going north, to the east, over to Moisty Palms? I think that would be east.
We're going center.
You're going dead center?
We're going to go center map again. I'm calling it right now.
I'll give you that.
Slightly
That's
off.
Slightly off center.
Yeah,
That's good though. I'll give you
I
that.
said center, but I'll take slightly off center there. Now, the real question is, where do teams post up here? Because in Storm Circle 4, the next one is half and half out. So typically, in Storm Circles 1 through 4, you're looking to get, or 1 through 3, excuse me, you're looking to get as central as possible. 1, to avoid action on the edge, and 2, to have a better opportunity to land zone. However, with Circle 5, you want to be towards either, you have a decision. You either be central for a more consistent rotation, but know you'll need to move at some point, or you go to one of the edges and hope you pull zone and are able to use recycled utility or your own utility to get through. And right now you can see both Clarity and Stretch opting to hold edge of zone, 0 elims going through, 4 big pots in Stretch's inventory right now, and plenty of builds. So their job right now is to look for shots. They have plenty of shields. They have a regular sniper hanging out right there. They're both able to find some picks through in a decent amount of medium weaponry. You see Bugga looking for some tags, trying to do everything he can to get some tags going on, but right now, overall, playing safe, playing for them.
They don't want to be doing it. There's like an extra like trio that comes out and they can hit them up quickly. That's great. But these guys want to play for the lake and they want to try and go for height and then challenge anyone who gets in the way because this trio will destroy them. Absolutely, if given the opportunity.
Yeah, that wild card there. I think that's the first time I've ever seen something like that in game, but the black with the pink on it.
Yo, there's some dope skins.
That was
There's some dope
nice.
skins in the game.
Particularly just